Okay, so welcome back to our weekly series breaking down our favourite 10 deals under $10 on the Switch eShop or your local currency. We do these videos every Thursday, and then on Saturdays we're breaking down all of our favourite deals, no price restrictions with that one. Check out those videos if you haven't already. We're currently giving away two $25 eShop gift cards to 2 lucky winners from last Saturday's videos, and we do those giveaways every single week. So with this one, leave me a comment below with your cheapest pickups. What are you looking to get? What's kind of catching your eye? Hit subscribe if you love the Switch as much as I do. We're bound to have the Switch content you're looking for. It's reviews, news, previews, it's all here. With that, let's get started. So if the game's available in your region, you'll see a price below for those new to the channel. First up, we're going big though with Blazing Chrome. This Contra wannabe, it fully delivered on that, and it was everything it wanted to be. The story here is machines have taken over the world, and you need to take down these toasters and overthrow those robotic overlords. It's more than enough to set up this run and gun game, and it's a bit of a masterpiece, honestly. Yeah, I will say it's a little on the short side, about 2 hours with a clean run, but it's going to take you a ton of attempts to even get close to that, so I promise you, you'll get your money's worth. Expect great pixel art, graphics, tons of weapons to master, unlockable characters, a fantastic chiptune soundtrack, and did I mention this one has co-op too? Don't be fooled by Contra Rogue Corps that's out there. This, in my opinion, is the true Contra sequel. So next up, Valkyria Chronicles. It's a remaster of what is now a 12-year-old game, and yeah, even now, look at it, this thing is absolutely stunning. I know graphics, they're not everything, but I think it's fair to say it had the unique style the series is now famous for. It's such a low price point though, it's a great one for those that want to revisit where it all began, or even those new to the series. Plus, like any good remaster, it's throwing in a decent amount of DLC too. Now, while it does have a pretty deep storyline, it can be summed up as this. Defend your town against an evil enemy that's on their way. You'll lead a squadron in this turn-based strategy title that leans a little more on the action side of things. Plus, let's face it, tanks are awesome. So Danmaku Unlimited is a masterpiece. It's that simple. Buy this and just buy it now, especially if you're a shmup fan. Don't even question it. It's the second best shmup on the Nintendo Switch. That crown goes to Ikaruga, but only just. This one, it's a true throwback to the bullet hell shooters that I kind of grew up on, and that's my way of saying don't go into this one expecting something easy. It's hard as hell. Technically, yes, it's short with a runtime of like 45 minutes for a perfect run through, but anyone who loves this genre knows it's not about that. Here you're going to get multiple difficulty levels so beginners can jump into. There's tons of weapons to experiment with and a system called Graze, and this basically rewards you with more points the closer you get to enemy fire. Consider it like a style award. Also, it has vertical mode, so flip grip fans out there especially, add this to the top of your queue. Child of Light is an old one for sure. I think my first playthrough was back on my 360, so yeah, like 7 years at this point. But like any great port, this brings along not just that base game but the DLC too, and I consider this to kind of be like a underrated gem of sorts. I rarely hear anyone speak about it on the Switch, and it really does deserve more attention. Here you're taking on the role of Aurora, a young girl from 1895 Austria. She awakens in an unknown fantasy land to return home, battle the dark creatures of the Queen of the Night who have stolen the sun, the moon and the stars. It's strong RPG stuff, honestly. I played through this again on Switch. I think you can easily get about 15 hours out of this one, and it's combining RPG elements, I think like turn-based battles, with some platforming and then some puzzles. I really enjoyed this one. It's not challenging at all, but it gets so many things right, especially those visuals. So Wonderboy visually might be my favourite on today's list, and I think the best way to sum it up is animation come to life. It's not the longest game on today's list, clocking in at around 6 or 7 hours, but what it lacks in length it makes up for in just sheer entertainment. A remake now of a game from 1986. This one, it's a pure love letter to that original, even including the ability to jump between the retro visuals and then the new ones. It even has the original soundtrack too, so when you do that jump it's going to kind of change the sound. I love that. I even love the new orchestral take actually as well. This one though, it's a Metroidvania as you explore the world, find pickups for progression, and just inherit the ability to transform into different creatures with different skill sets. It's a great game and at a great price, and honestly, it's how a remake should be done. So for RPG fans out there, I'm going to suggest Earthlock, and what we get here is a classic JRPG, dressed up to a bit more of a modern standard. It's by far the best version of Earthlock you can get, because when this originally launched on other platforms platforms, it had a fair few issues. The developers though, they put a ton into reworking this and getting it to the standard that they always envisioned. And now here you can expect an improved story, side quests, additional animations, refreshed cutscenes and mini-games. This has everything a JRPG fan should be looking for as you set out on an adventure to explore the world of Umbra and rescue your uncle from an ancient cult, all while uncovering the secrets of Earthlock. As throwback 90s RPG love letters go, I really did enjoy this one, plus it's an absolutely huge discount. So I am Cryptical, it's for all you roguelike twin stick shooter fans out there. If Enter the Gungeon was your thing, then you shouldn't even need to think about this one. I played it originally on my PS4 and I can easily say the Switch is my favourite way to play now. It's just a great one to take on the go handheld. A simple story here, rival treasures, they go missing and you, a washed up knight, must descend into the crypts and return them. It's all you really need, honestly. There's tons of weapons, upgrades to power you up, and even 4-player local co-op. This one, it does nothing to push the genre forward, but I just really like the style overall and the theme it's got. It's a prime example of if it ain't broke, don't fix it, and they absolutely deliver a twin stick shooter fans should enjoy. Just expect to die a lot with this one. So racers, well, there's plenty on offer right now. I want to call out the Next Penelope. This one, it's not the deepest of experiences, but it's manic and it's super cheap. Part racer, part like Twitch puzzler almost. Basically get from start to finish without crashing or falling off the track. Expect enemies on the track that are alongside you, racing you, you're going to be able to battle them, you'll use a ton of power-ups. There's tracks that just get consistently more challenging, and then even the occasional like boss battle. Here though, it switches out that track for an arena style of gameplay. It even has some like light RPG elements where you can use points gained from wins to increase your stats. I'm a big fan of like the old school like top-down micro machine racers from back in the day, so the visual style here instantly appealed to me, but this one, it comes with another strong recommendation. Simple idea, solid execution, and I've got to mention it, you can't even slow down with this one. It's just full breakneck pace, nothing else. Insane stuff. So rhythm game fans, Musynx, I think that's how you say it. This is one you can sink hours into, honestly, and it can be as relaxing or as stressful as you want it to be thanks to multiple difficulty levels. While it's not the best out there visually, it's just a very complete package with controls that are super responsive, and that's obviously important when the whole experience relies on it. I love the touchscreen option here, but docked, undocked, it all worked really well. The music, it's not gonna, be things everyone knows, and it definitely leans more on kind of like a East pop vibe. Expect like idols and all sorts of genres to show up here. I'll be surprised if you know many of the songs, but at the same time I'd say I'd be surprised if you don't find some you really enjoy that you've never heard of. Plus Inferno difficulty here will just keep you coming back and kick your ass for a long time. So last up today, let's go platformer Gold Sonic Mania. It's a great price for a masterpiece platformer. Stunning visuals, a fantastic true to source soundtrack, and multiple characters to play as, so think Sonic, Tails and Knuckles. It's probably the best Sonic we've had in a long time. I don't think I really need to say anything else about Sonic. This is the Sonic game we've wanted for years, and then with co-op modes included, this is going to be great for single players out there, or even those who want a bit of co-op and group play. So thanks so much for watching. We appreciate every one of you for joining us again for our weekly episode. If you picked up all of these ones, $65 total, and that is insane. 10 amazing games for the price of like what, one AAA game and maybe a cup of coffee. Coming up though, we have 3 reviews in the works right now. We've got a preview for Figure as well. So yeah, subscribe for notifications as soon as all of these videos do go live. We'll see you all on the next video.